You all are ready for the summer, and some of you have already begun with the courses and training sessions during summer season. Now, it's not only about language, but there are a lot of people who get fooled, especially on social media. You could be interested in painting, dancing. Some are also enrolling in language sessions. But whatever it is, you know that people advertise, campaign these days because we are already into the summer vacation. And this 1 month is definitely going to be productive. You have to keep these points in mind because on social media you can easily get fooled. So many parents have been speaking about this recently also. Almost four parents came and spoke about phonics workshops, acrylic painting sessions, or whatever they want to enroll in personally. Some parents wanted their children to be a part of it. Now, you may think that offline sessions are genuine. Sometimes the creators and the organizers of offline platforms can also be deceiving. And when it comes to online platforms, there are a couple of things you can keep in mind so that you don't get fooled. I've already done a video speaking about the educational platforms that are real scammers that get engrossed in fraudulent activities. But I think you all are aware of it, but still, because it came to my notice, I think it's my duty to speak about this. Welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Rini Rose Matthew. I'm a CELTA certified tutor. I also train teachers and adult professionals towards communication and language skills, predominantly language therapy. Keeping that aside, what are the things you have to keep in mind? See, I also take some sessions online. Recently, I enrolled in a painting workshop. It was a kind of course also. But these are some of the things I do whenever I choose online courses. It's very important to communicate with them. Okay, the first point is if you feel that something is interesting, if you feel that you really want to join a particular course, you can keep these points in mind even for offline courses. First, if the phone number is available, you can talk to the person directly. Because when you talk to the person, you will get clarity about whether they are really interested in helping the learners, which means you will get an idea about their approach towards learners, whether they are approachable and accessible. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to always call them in the middle of the night or whenever you want to. Please don't get fooled by some creators and organizers who just follow the trend. We have a lot of creators, tutors, trainers, and great platforms operating online. Now, you just have to keep these points in mind. Even if a new group comes your way, and if it is genuine, I may not know the name, you can distinguish easily if you have these points with you. The first point is check if the platform is responsive. Many people send automated messages and emails. Now, in my case, I'm not that tech savvy. I may not know how to send the automated response, though it's easy. I love to communicate with the learner and know if they're really interested in the training sessions because I'm spending a lot of time. But when something operates on Instagram, if there are group sessions, especially tutors and trainers dealing with painting sessions, or it can be journaling therapy. It can be something else that require online sessions where you have 18, 15, 20 people in a batch, which is not wrong. If you get personalized attention, it's great because I've also enrolled in such sessions. The first thing is make sure that you respond to the automated message that you receive. Some creators send personal messages saying, hi, so-and-so. Suppose Rahul is sending a message, hi, Rahul, this is so-and-so. They will give you personal attention, but otherwise you may receive automated message. Make sure that you understand what the course, what the session is all about. You should know the purpose. If you don't know the purpose, you may just get stuck. Getting stuck is not just with reference to language, but even when you don't know the purpose of enrolling in a course, you may just lose your money and waste your time. Know the purpose, check the schedule, and it's good to always clarify before you make the payment. Even if you don't have any questions, you are not seeing the person. If possible, call the person. Okay, they will share their number. You can call them, connect with them. Otherwise, if they're available only through emails or through messages, you can connect that way also. Now, in my case, I don't share personal numbers. I don't have a business number, but whenever a learner sends an email, I respond promptly. I do that. I take time. And it's very clear that I myself type the messages. Sometimes one of my assistants do that. But still, I make sure that I know the purpose of learning. I should know that the learner is not here to waste time. Okay, when I began the training sessions, there were some people who made the payment and who did not attend the sessions because I create modules for each learner. So I make sure that I connect with them. Without demo, there won't be any demo, but there will always be at least 3 or 4 emails, thread of emails, communication happening. So if possible, you can call, you can send message, see if they're responsive. Whether it's a message or an email, check if these people are responsive or if it's only automated messages that you're receiving. Okay? We spoke about fraudulent and scamming activities going on. But here it's not about scammers and fraudulent activities. The trend today is to not give you what you have opted for, to not give you the clarity. You will get a better understanding now. That's the first thing. Check how responsive they are and if they are responsive. Second thing is, if you have options, call them. If you don't want to call, at least ask them some questions. Because from the first 3 or 4 questions, you will know what you're looking for and how responsive and accessible they are. Because some tutors may assign assistants, secretaries, or other people, teaching assistants, to respond to these social media platforms. But if you want to really connect with the tutor and the trainer, do that. Okay, I'm not saying that everybody should operate like me, but most of the trainers and tutors connect directly. Otherwise, you may not know how accessible and approachable they are. The third point is, many people join a course, this is very important, when they provide a certificate. It's good. Certification is good. You should know what certification is provided. But you should ask them for a sample certificate. Recently, I enrolled in painting sessions and also I checked for other courses, okay? And I asked them a sample certificate. Your name, where you're from, and why you're taking up this course. When you enroll in courses connecting to the universities or platforms in UK, they specifically ask for a demo video or the purpose of learning. Even in India, there are some platforms like that. They ask you why you're taking up this course. So you should be very clear. If you give that with clarity, they will be able to provide you the sample certificate. But there are some tutors and trainers, you know why I'm saying this? Recently, 3 parents came and told me, ma'am, I wanted my children to join painting sessions. And one particular teacher, school teacher, said that she wanted to join phonics. You've heard of phonics, right? Jolly phonics, jolly grammar, that course. She asked for a lot of details, but they got offended. They were so irritated. There is a way to ask the questions, but still, if they don't give you clarity, please don't proceed. Most of the platforms send you sample certificate. I'm not saying that sample certificates provide the authenticity or give you the clarity, but if they are available to answer your questions, if they have clarity on what they're doing, what the syllabus is all about, what exactly the curriculum is, it'll be very easy. Now, some sessions are customized. So when they talk to you, they will say, you come join the sessions, we're going to plan this out. Let's have the first 5 sessions. After that, we will see if we have to proceed. Because every tutor and most of the genuine dedicated trainers spend time. And you will get a clear idea from the response they give you. They will be saying, I'm doing this like this. Or some people may say, I have a family at home. In my case, I say I have a family at home. I'm also a working professional. I conduct sessions only for very few learners at a time. Like that. Other tutors may tell you that it's a full-time platform that we are running, but we have some kind of parameters. Let's see what level you belong to. So you have to send a proper self-introduction. Make sure that you know your purpose. Discuss with the tutor. Even after making the payment, you can ask the tutor questions, but they should be approachable. Now, what is happening today online is that you have this FOMO, fear of missing out, and you enroll in 5 courses at the same time. You may not be able to develop your skills in any of them. And it can happen. Okay, so certification, how responsive they are, how do they answer your questions. If it's just one line answers, and if they give offending lines like, if you have a lot of questions, don't enroll. Might as well not enroll. This is what one of the parents told me. Don't enroll if you have a lot of questions. Now, that is not accessibility. That is not being approachable. It is our duty as learners, it is our duty to find out what the course is about. If you're enrolling your children, find out how many sessions are there and why it is like this, like if they have flexibility on timings. It's your choice to take it up or not. And there's the last point. Many people hurry you. They hurry you towards payment. Would you be interested? Would you be interested? And they share the screenshot and all the bank details immediately. No, that's the last step. That is supposed to be the last step. They do it so that you have clarity. But still, before making the payment, they should give you the details. Even if they don't provide every step in the curriculum, because you're just inquiring, they can give an idea of the number of sessions, the pay structure, the timings available, how accessible you are. Feel free to ask questions if you have any. And some of you may not even know the meaning of customized sessions. So they will explain that to you, they will elaborate. Because self-learning is also important. When it comes to language learning journey, already prepared pre-structured modules actually do not help many learners. Customized sessions with language therapy are doing wonders. Such sessions are doing wonders. Okay, so there is an objective. There are a lot of objectives behind every type of session. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, some learners can really be demanding. Now, these are for the tutors and people who are helping others. They may ask for everything. They may ask you to share the module, every detail, even before registration. Now, that is not possible. Okay, because we are living in an era where there are a lot of platforms. You have to only share the necessary details. And you can also get fooled as a creator, as a tutor, if you're going to share everything. But make sure that you're accessible and approachable. Do not say, don't join if you're going to ask me a lot of questions. Questions are important. It's important that the learner does some research. Now, this is what you have to do. You can give the guidelines. You can also suggest some free links so that they get an idea of what they're actually doing. What is this course about? Prepare the answer for that. Why do you have to take this course? It's always good to know why the learner is attending these sessions. That's what I do. I always ask the learner. It's not about the previous experience enrolling in other platforms, but it's all about why you're joining a particular type of course or a set of sessions. In my case, it's not a course. It's not certified, but these are training sessions that will definitely improve your communication skills. It's organic. But there are other courses where you may get a certificate, you may have to enroll in 12 sessions or maybe 50 sessions, and they may guarantee that you will improve your skills. So you have to look at the objectives, because we have a lot of genuine teachers, tutors, trainers, practitioners working online. And what happens? These campaigns, these trends, and the fake, fraudulent scammers come to the surface because they spend a lot of money on advertisement, on trends, and all these kind of things. So let's support and encourage those people who are working towards the well-being of education, academics, skills. It can be anything. It can be yoga, it can be dance, or any skill that you want to work on. Painting. Painting also, you have different types of painting: acrylic, watercolor, oil painting, pastels, whatever it is. Okay, so whatever you are interested in, even assembling the gadgets, there are a lot of people who explain different things online. So YouTube is a very genuine platform if you come across genuine channels, but some people require extra guidance. In that case, make sure that you know who is teaching you and what is exactly happening. Okay, I'm not speaking about assumptions and predictions, because you have to put in your effort. I hope you get the point. Happy learning.